Alright, I gotta get a move on over here. So I'm gonna bring this in a bit. Let's gotta get the setup going. Gotta get the things moving. That's it. Hold on, let me double check something real quick. Yeah, just making sure everything is working alright. Gonna get some troops going on over here. Oh yeah, and they're and oh yeah, we don't have any generals. Both fit them off. We do have plenty of generals. Let's see here. Tukachevsky. Let's go U.S. Sablin over here. We don't got any like motorized corps and all that. That should be good. Some arty. There's a fire planes over here once we start building up over here. Anyway, down to Russia. Little rising from the beautiful South Pacific, looking towards the west, thinking of Moscow, for you to retrieve his glory. Perhaps it's high time we give ourselves some rest and look internally. Let's do that. Peter, something terrible has happened. Our potato crops have been disappearing. Our drought has been extremely harsh against our people, and our production has been essentially non-existent. Birds are starving, and our things producing and not producing anything. We're extremely worried about this recent development. I don't know what to do. Down there. Yeah, wait a bit till we build a bit more. Till we build a bit more. Some reports. There's been extremely worrying report from the countryside. Potato harvests have been an all-time low. Droughts have been at their worst. And everywhere except the big seas of Harbin have been filled with starvation. We act quickly, but the government has been extremely difficult to act. We're extremely bickerings over what to do. President Kerensky is unable to do anything in the situation. Therefore, he's to Russia's front. So the situation perfect storm and combination of droughts, bad harvests, and political chaos. To run the war strand, the political suffer. How does that suffer? No. Oh no. I gotta make sure mine over there. I think we're gonna. I think they fixed that. So. I don't know if it's like a dedicated path or like a little tree, but anyway. Let's see, let's build up some things over here. Let's get some mills over here. Yeah, yeah, I remember Joshua Lowe talking about whether what ZFC is gonna build over here. Haven't heard anything about that because thinking about it, there's not like a reactionary leader that can unify from Inzel to Russia over here in Russia. I mean, we got Dietrich's over here, Gogolov, Rasputin over here, but nothing like we got Soldados over here, Gaja. It's not like reactionary. I wonder if they're gonna do something about that. I think that would be interesting to see what ZFC is gonna be doing in this timeline. Because there's not really much that I've heard about him. I don't know what him and his colleague would be doing over here, considering it's a wildly different state over here. I feel like they might be interesting. See how that looks. But I haven't heard much of anything about that. I don't know. It might be something for the Of Guys and Men update for Russia. This mod. Might be. Who knows? Ah, God, I still remember the painful memories trying to take that from your boy. Boy is fucking powerful. He's got that power. That power. Because I'm not a whole lot of it, but something. This is a partial move. Now let's see what we can get. The famine. This populated cloud here, but down up the marginalized people we barely get based on what to not collapse our racial died in misery without painting a name and no food for family. Then the working military becoming harder and harder to get. God, that's a pain. Great famine. An old man sat at the table before him laid a small piece of all dried as rock bread. It was his only meal today. Oh, how terrible his life had become for this old man. Though he lost his children, like the great hunger that once that great area was out of Russia. When he started eating tears swelled up his eyes. His children, his poor children. They did not deserve this fate. They did not deserve to die such a horrible death. And his Catalina, his once beautiful wife, was miles but still haunts him in his dreams. As he finished the last piece of bread, he went outside. He didn't find something to eat, then surely he will be next. And despite some of his drunk claims, death is something that he feared more than anything. But once thought he's still hungry as a minefield. Be eternally cursed, you bastard, Caressy. To the west. Our borders area of Mongolia have been other harvesters rush hit the area. Particularly bad farming period means that thousands have already died or become permanently incapacitated. Yeah, shit, fuck, man. Mongolia. I'm gonna see what's probably over here. What would have been like potential unifiers from Mongolia? I mean, we got the Imperial Authority, but about it. Cause they don't. Well, I guess we got these two guys over here. The Red Millen and the Red Faust with the Boki and Bachenko. I kinda wanna do either Boki or Bachenko place. I might do both actually. Because I don't need much, I can definitely unify for them. I do hope that once the update for them comes, they can start expanding shit. Over here. Let's see if here we can't promote him because I need 10 more. It's 10 more. So I need like 30. Let's put an end of this, we'll have it. Over here. In the east. I've lived in Middle River, known for its artillery. You know, beloved, yeah. As for the crop died around us, we don't know what to do. It's again beyond our control. A lot of things are beyond our control at this point. Yeah. And I forgot to remove the Japanese Chuchori Akuchia because there wasn't really much to it. I guess it makes sense because it basically kind of denied you unifying to Russia. I mean, and you unifying Russia makes sense though. Plus, though, I never really cared for that really. Yeah, I think this focus tree that I got over here is a lot better over here. Oh, yeah, swing over here. Okay, got to this playthrough. Okay, we'll bring down the east. Yep, leave me left to the Empire. The sovereign is easily provoked and fond of join the arms and the guy approaching the train, but he ventured into warfare invasion and ruin as possible. That's fazzy. So with Japan collapsing, we are also dying. Despite our best efforts, the United beloved city of Harvard is completely collapsed in anarchy. With only a few neighborhoods filled with privilege, found a few short with good food, and the rest starving badly. We must do something about this immediately. I don't want to win, so the fading setting. The fading soon. I got boy shit person to call. Revolts, yep. Also, there's like a big old we work for the Middle East over here coming. Big ol' we work for the Middle East coming. Yeah, and the Straits Commission is going to be removed. I think over here too. I am curious because there was that one teaser, like I think it was like a year ago at this point. The whole Ottoman Federation thing. I don't know how far along they are on that, but I am interested in that. I'm also interested in the whole last thing. What the hell that was? Yeah, let's double check real quick. Yeah. Awesome prayers. I'm gonna be reading this. The Russian Republic continues startling string of misfortune. Starvation becomes a fact of life in the Republican exile. Combination of freak weather, corruption, mismanagement, destroy the agricultural sector. Pictures of skeletal children dominate the newspaper covering the calamity. While the news of food are pouring, it's not nearly enough to satisfy the hunger of the people. This massively DCI and many blame Kowalski for disaster. Call for the nation rampant of politicians, businesses, the army, and even bureaucrats active for power. Food is towards more cloud than ever. The extreme measures are taking toll. Privatization, state socialism, technocracy, and even anarchy have been openly discussed. That's a praise. It's a praise indeed. Yeah, enough of that one. Yeah. Shit, to make sure that I'm doing things right and I'm on the right track, really. Up, your boy, girl, love. Who's over in here? Markowski right now. Yep. That's gonna be the chairman. BC and Marxism. I might do the Markowski one. Probably. Maybe later. I was thinking like maybe Josh can do the I could ask him to do the Mercy Path with Flood, but I kind of want to wait until they update it because I heard the update they're gonna be fixing up the whole unification part of Russia. So quite see how they're gonna be fixing that. Anyway, Supreme Soviet. It's enough. Croatia must resign for the well-being of the Republic so the Supreme Soviet can have some form of unity in violation of the program. This is the program to save the people from this horrific famine. We must do something now. It's the time to do it. Ultimatum them to the Supreme Soviet. Yeah, going on over here. Let's get that going. Okay, put in my double direction. The course moderates. Look at that. That's fucking. Get like a bunch of interesting people over here in Romania. I would like to do at least one from each of these nations over here. Yeah, because it seems like they unified before the big showdown with Germany starts. And I'm quite serious what kind of paths they can go down to once I get exiled anyway. Credible candidate care for the people. However, his willful inaction has caused the families out to Russia with only thousands of dying starvation. As the parasite droughts in public infrastructure and lack of government action, it was one of the absolute horrific situation where out to Russia near complete collapse. Supreme Soviet of Harvest is the quintessential order immediately Kerensky demanded he resign immediately and gave power to the Soviets inside the future to Russia in an emergency council who proceeded to deal with the famine as soon as possible. And so, as they've seen it out, Kerensky looks through the window of home and decides to resign. You can. And that's what reminds me, the TV tropes page for Red Floods, though, is getting a massive overhaul. There's like one guy is doing it. That's what I found. Tetsu, see the fucking meme. Bit of a meme going on with man Tetsu. I cried. Yeah. I'm glad that TV trope page is finally getting some love. Couldn't really do much about it. Oh yeah, I forgot. To resign. Before I decided to resign, goodbye. We will never miss you. Your vile social democrat, despised populist, the enemy of the people. So resignation. Counting on the United Trudovic cadet government, Kerensky is blessing the Pavel Ravel of media coverage successor, which in turn raised protests from the left-wingist party. Many who have already fled to the opposition Narodniks, Social Democrats. He ceremoniously giving the reins of power to the vacancy in Hubman and taking his personal belongings from the Soviet printed off to a hotel, staying there for the next week. Including various groups in the Russian political fight for power, including military cliques that believe in various transformational Russian society, cadets told substantial power in Soviet, the coalitionists of Kerensky, and many expect them to form the base of a new government. The Trudevik's reputation undermined, however, and increasingly strong voice in the opposition from the left, headed by Alexander Bogdanov's Bolsheviks, demand a total resignation of the entire old government. Though holding the majority of Soviet, the various social parties and the states still haven't healed their revolutionary wounds. Despite this fleeting moment of unity, observers comment that the dogmatic leaders came in for the Menshevik moderates willing to work with the government may undercut the United Front's plan. This deterioration of political stability has led to political violence in the streets. The rally rumors apply military measures to create a new government by force. Here's where the federal put bounds. Bogdanov unites the left. Now we're wet for the new president. At the current United Nations, it appears the Soviets had appointed Alexander Bogdanov as the new president of the Russian Republic. The Socialist platform saw his vapid party in and out of the government coalition involved practically the last few years. Now he leads the Soviets forward, but all is not well. The appointment may be convincing of the socialist, but internal disagreements on policy and political allies in the fractured Congress lead to rumors of a move to replace Bogdanov. While the ONL, the Mensheviks will land this, what he wants to do remains to be seen. For now, Bogdanov is set out that the family belief favors the reigning bureaucracy of the state to take over all economic matters of its country. It's time for action. It's time for the next step in our mission. Surrounded by enemies, only our steel can bring a new mode of organization. We will always be hardened in the spirit of camaraderie fellowship. No more demagogues, no more capitalist slavery. What do you say, leader? We won't be doing Bogdanov over here just yet. Got a little portraits over here, but I do plan on doing Bogdanov at some point. Probably probably once like Burning Memories comes out or something. We'd have the wholesomeness. A wee bit of wholesomeness over here. Reminds me, who's my boy Radic over here. Yeah, probably will do Bogdanov at some point. Not that probably will do Great Scythias at some point. Yeah, there's a lot of people I like to do at some point. It's not right now. But I would like to do Bogdanov at a later date. Anyway, puppet the state. So-called puppet state of movement of technocrats with the Association Labor Party advocate for a meritocratic top-down system of government mixed with socialist economic policy. The leader, Alexei Gesev, known for usually unforgiving fellow with eccentric ideas and intentions of his own. Potential war, some dialect has declaimed to another. Stage Parliament. That's a first. What kind of content they'll get, anyway. Persia doing Persia things. Collective gonna be doing collective things. Get rid of you. So we can have some arty. Hand. President Bogdanov leads his army after Iraq Cardenas, support from the other socialist parties with the recovery efforts of floundering Soviet delegates squabbling. From the left and the swing of the party led by narrow-minded Fool Kimin has already clearly opposed the Marxist revisionist government. They might find an unexpected ally in the ONL, Maria Spiridonova's party of radical source calling back the ideology of the old Russian populace. Well, Spiridonova has pledged support on the front. So you're concerned about a collaboration with fierce let's guess it. We've heard no price his bullet carried as kind of reference for genders. Unlike the men's fact have come closer to the members of the old Kerensky government, might explain that they might intend to form a coalition with the rightist and Trudeviks. To pluck out the solution, the new triumvirate will surely hold a majority of seats. Rotate opposition to a former social democratic road to socialism. The left lead to self-stability, disintegrating to more circulated civil members in the new government wants to overthrow their empires and Italian style Alexei gas out of the so dictate the country resolve the crisis. Time is fleeing. The outcome turns out to be should get Bogdanov later. But the majority has been found and chaos ensues. It's our addresses in the Republic. As the chaos in the government grows, strange things before the squad. Seemingly the rest of the Bolshevik Party civil military units encircled the government district of Harbin. Cool, surely. Hours pass and nothing happened. Then the radio broadcast begins. Begin to the song, instrumental playing piano with very strange shaking sound harmonized often with the dim. After some minutes, shout rang over San Harbin, the West Alexa guest that came over the airwaves. Far from the regional voice was strongly against to reduce civil hostility. He claimed the IP keys collectively shared the Republic. He laid out ultimatum to the opposition to abandon their efforts to seize the power from the appointed president. He then named a long list of traitors. His voice was calm and dramatic. His eye turned. He tonated, as though he would read a storybook. Once the list was complete, he spoke of a great collective desire to prove the code. These plans for the flag and the role every single person had to play. The great future of the revolution. Here, his calm voice seemed almost passionless. Political rag and quiet conviction with no pomp or trouncing. He speaks about declaring, again in unnatural calm, that there was no longer room for bickering demons of the past. The Republic can only survive if we fulfill the great machinery of life. They must all become we. It's been put in the Soviets. The vapid ring of the RSDR is not from the controlled state, including the platform of technocratic socialism and cultural revolution. Very visionary and desire to renew hyper-modern vision of communism, charged plan the great progress we should desire to rush and work into a new type of man. By accusation to revision, demonstrating out of the revolution of French-like ideas, our rocket race excuses to a future, nothing can stop it. Away with the antiquarians, away with the bourgeois, away with all reaction. And yes, I will be doing bogged enough. But we're going to be redoing this over here. Because as I said before, it's just going to be a testing ground. Much like Fiume. Should be a testing ground for this little let's play of some old stuff. I'm going to bottom enough speeds. Not but because it's bottom enough speeds. We here. Some Kubor, there goes that. Directive video 1 we initiated, but now we actually have descriptions for those trees. So I don't think we had them before. At least the member says I'm right. Democratic, your magnet, industrial chemist, bison intellectual, and ambition union boss. Look at that. So wicked like these icons, they're very nice. It's nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see here. I don't know the spice industry. I haven't really messed with that for a while, so might as well try something different. Let's see. We need plenty of infantry and toad shit. By my mate. I'm gonna begin some of that good shit very soon. I think I put it as 0 actually. Very nice. Improvements. Actually, let's get some synthetic oil stuff. So we can have that. Just so we can have that going on over here, so when the thing starts and the moving goes, and the power flows, and planes there, and lots of things. Yep. So let's see over here. Let's do Stavnikov. The modern age knows one virtue, efficiency. The never-ending quest for more and more. Faster factories, stronger machines. The American capitalists have been to this time the unquestioned masters of the game. Forward and Ted have created methods of production to make factories spew out their fiery machines. Believes the never-ending rate. The new social state has to learn from these methods. There is no place for weary humanism in the eyes of cold science, and no other petite bourgeois whining about alienation or whatever other nonsense these antiquated pseudo-socialists come up with. Will this perfect scientific management will from now on be the only doctrine of labor in our state? Indeed, yeah. I don't think they actually had like these in-depth descriptions, and yeah. It's a lot better than just like, you know, You know, I mean, we have this at the start, but it makes sense over here. You know, we're kind of like booting up the program for the one state. And expensive Vulcans, I like multi-Jesus. You know, Spain, he died the other half. Arena Jose de Lara. I can't wait to do some Spain shit once Bird Memories come out. This is before we're gonna be doing Spain first before we do any France. Because I wanna see what all the paths that are most interesting for France before I actually do it. Rather than jumping on blind. I mean I probably could, but I kinda wanna have like a game plan. So that way I know like what the fuck I'm doing for whichever path I want to. There's Tanganyika always been in that war. It was the ELF. Some of them 16 stalemate for quite a while. See, I don't know one on that one actually. Should be Indian right now actually. Interesting. But if we got -2. We'll get partial mobile. I'm probably gonna go with war economy just so I can maximize on my fuel gain. Interfere firepower. Infantry. A reformer. If any conspiracy succeeds, that's part 1. White Eagles. Yep. See, she gets kind of good. Depends. I don't know what kind of option to go. Yeah, it just goes randomly each time. Let's see over here. Sunikov. Talent and some of that. Pursue communism in its most true form as a new step into universal. No kind of man. Sue from modern collective form of life has to arise. And for the proper points of later review, there is nothing more characteristic to a new model of production than machinery. The new man will be human battalion, united by the means of production to choice master of nature. Got a revolution over here. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the episode over here. Actually, it's gonna be a bit shorter than usual, but it is what it is. So yeah, we're getting into the thick of things now, so yeah. Gonna be seeing the rest of that for later. So until then, I'll see you guys once we'll really start getting into the state. There's one. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.